Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. Thank you for joining me for this video. And the Atlanta Falcons, they've announced that they've signed tight end Parker Hesse and offensive lineman Sam Jones. So yeah, the Falcons are bringing in obviously a tight end, offensive lineman. Tight end, they drafted Kyle Pitts in the first round, so we all know how that is. And they still have Hurst on the team. So therefore, this is just to add more depth and obviously allow for these guys to compete for perhaps practice squad spot again or roster spot. We'll see how that plays out, but definitely an opportunity for these guys to come in and just compete, which is really what this time of the year is all about, bringing in as much competition as you can before we start downsizing the roster. That being said, though, Hesse spent the last 2 seasons on the Tennessee Titans practice squad. He attended the University of Iowa. He played defensive end, appearing in 52 games and recording 182 tackles, 14 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and 2 interceptions. At 6'3", 261 pounds, they moved him over to tight end during his time with the Tennessee Titans. So that's very intriguing there. The fact that he played he played defensive end in college, and then once he made it to the NFL, they was like, well, let's try you out on the offense side of the ball. So that's rather interesting there, which means he probably has some tremendous value in terms of special teams. Obviously, he has that flexibility there. So that's a interesting pick up there, and we'll see how that plays out for him. And then you have Sam Jones, who was originally selected by the Denver Broncos in the 6th round of the 2018 NFL Draft. At 6'5", 305 pounds. He appeared in 5 games for the Broncos as a rookie and has since spent time as a member of the Arizona Cardinals and Indianapolis Colts. So that is meant to add more depth to the offensive line, and we'll see, just how these guys pan out and if they're able to stay on the roster when everything is said and done. But this is definitely tremendous upside here in terms of bringing in more guys to compete, and we'll see how things play out from there. Obviously, you're going to want to protect a guy like Matt Ryan on the offensive line. So offensive line, even when we're talking about backups, having great offensive linemen that can come in and step in and at a moment's notice is going to be key in keeping a guy like Matt Ryan up, who's not going to be very mobile. He's not going to use his legs very much, so he's going to need to have guys that can keep him upright in that pocket. Obviously, run blocking, that's important as well, regardless of who's getting the bulk of the carries. They're going to want to improve upon last season rushing the ball. So definitely some things to consider there. And these signings right here are meant to add more depth. So we'll see how things pan out there. But thank you so much for joining me for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, as more news continues to drop, you can be sure to find it here. So thanks again for watching and have a great rest of your day.